Guys, it's Charly Roche. So this week it's my turn to do a video for you guys. So as a topic, I picked splicing. I know Thiago already did a video about splicing, but he explained how to make some loops, some ellipse loops for the ends. Today I'm gonna show you how to join two lines. To do that, to make the topic a bit more interesting, I decided to do that without using any fancy tools, more like anything you can find easily. So on the tools here, if you can come a bit closer. First of all, we have a pen. So we're gonna use this side and this side. A simple needle, you can find anywhere. A piece of folded wire. So the important thing about the wire is that it has to be quite thin. I know some people also like to use a folded guitar string. It also works quite nice. And the last thing, a sharp knife. Alright, so to join two lines, first thing you have to know is that, as you can see here, I took two different colors. Obviously, if you repair a line, you would want to stick to the same color to have a clean finish, but it's gonna be a bit easier for me to explain this way. Alright, so as you can see guys, I picked two different colors to explain the splicing. Obviously, if you repair a line, you will choose to have the same color. This way it makes a clean finishing. Now, to join both lines, first thing you get to know is how much overlap the two lines are gonna get. It's only that much, or that much. The rule of thumb for that is to take the diameter of the line and multiply it by 100. So if you have a 1.5 millimeter line, you will have a 15 centimeter overlap. That's the rule I found on the internet. In my experience, it doesn't work that well. I usually double it, more like 30 centimeters. For this video, just it fit in the shot, we're gonna do it much smaller, but you will get the idea. So as you can see here, I marked the point where my two lines are gonna be joined. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my piece of folded wire, and I'm gonna make a hole where I made a mark. Now, you'll see to make a hole, what you will do is push the braids of the line together. As you can see, if I push like that, it opens the line. So I'm going to push it to open the fibers, and then pass my needle inside. So this line is quite thick, so I didn't choose the best one to show you guys. Do a bit of editing there. There we go. So I did my first hole. Now to make that hole bigger, I'm gonna take away the needle and use my pen. Okay, so as you can see guys, using my pen, I managed to pinch a hole. So now I'm going to take my yellow line and pass it inside the gray one. And now I'm going to do exactly the same thing with the yellow line and pass this piece of line inside. Okay, so the hole is done. I'm going to put the gray line inside the yellow one. So it's not super easy not to block the shot. There we go. Now as you can see, I have the yellow inside the gray and the gray inside the yellow. So if I pull those two up, my two lines join where I did my marking. And now, simply to finish the process, I'm gonna bring this gray piece of line inside the yellow one and the yellow one inside the gray. So that's when my folded piece of wire comes in handy. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna open the fiber of the lines where the gray line stops and pass my needle inside. Alright, so now with my piece of wire, I open the braids and pass the needle inside. And the needle is gonna come out like as close as possible to the junction of the lines. Oh, there it is. And now I simply have to open my needle, pass the gray line inside, and then I'm going to pull back, and the gray piece of line should go inside the yellow one. So I keep pulling my needle, and as you can see, this line start going, the gray line start going inside the yellow one. And I keep pulling until it gets out here. And then that's where the magic happens. Make it tight and okay, so I'm gonna have to cut that little piece, but otherwise, as you can see, it's like clear finishing. That's where actually my knife is gonna come in handy. Pull that out. Okay, so I changed knife, should be better with this one. There we go. And now, here we go. We have like a finished product. As you can see, it's very clean. So now all I have to do is do the same on the other side, and you will see the result is factory-like. So here you go. I just did the same thing on the other braid. So as you can see, like now you see the finished product. It looks quite clean. So when you do that splicing, when you join two lines this way, just like overlapping those lines, like if like it's enough, like so at least 30 centimeters, you can leave it like that. If you're repairing one of your power lines, you can add a little bit of strength to that, even though it's quite strong. Like I have it on my bar on the power line, and it holds like kite loops, strong wind, anything. But if you want to add like another layer of safety, what you can do is just using your needle and any piece of line. See, I open this line. And now I'm just going to take one of the fibers out. There we go. And using my needle, I'm just going to sew, pardon the accent. I'm going to just sew where the overlapping is. This way I'm like joining the two lines permanently. So there you go, that's the result. Again, so it's more obvious, I put like the gray on the yellow so you can see it, but if you like do the gray on gray, it's like close to invisible. And there you go. So I hope you guys liked it. Sorry, like if my pronunciation is not so good. I'm not used to those like very long monologues in front of a camera. I had some very good feedbacks using that technique during my ATCs and ITCs. If you guys want to use it, you're very welcome to. And I hope you enjoy the content. Looking forward to see what you guys are going to do. Thank you.